Hello class, welcome to Human Communication and Group Process. We are starting our summer session, which is really exciting. This class is going to be you learning about how to run a group, which will be part of your experience, probably at whatever site you end up with. We hope that you will gain some experience too, as due to some of your assignments that you're going to have. You are going to have to do your own group and record it. I will get into that in a little bit. Who am I? I am Tony Howrigi, and I am a licensed marriage and family therapist. I have been in the field since 2005 when I was like you and was a trainee and getting ready to graduate and all the things. So I've been in the field for 20 years now. I have had my own practice for quite some time and have transitioned into a group practice. We have locations in Riverside and Norco, and we do virtual therapy. So we service people all throughout California. And I've been adjuncting with CBU since 2012. So we've been doing this for a while, and I've taught this class many times. And so with what I'm going to talk about, I want to kind of prep you for an assignment that we're going to have in this class, because it creates a lot of controversy sometimes. And so I just want to be clear from the beginning. So this is an online class. There is no formal meetings that we have weekly. I will post a live lecture each week. We will be turning in assignments on Sunday nights, and day one starts Monday. So you have day one Monday, day two Tuesday, day three Wednesday, day four Thursday, day four Friday, or I'm sorry, day five Friday. And then day six is Saturday, and then Sunday is day seven. So Blackboard discussions are going to be due day seven. Most assignments are due day seven, except for the capstone. And that is because I have to grade all the assignments before I have to submit grades in a short amount of time. So that is why you have to turn in your capstone more quickly, due to us having to do everything in a limited amount of time. This class will hopefully help you better understand how groups run, maybe give you some idea on how to facilitate a group due to your practice and watching the videos that are incorporated on this class. Group is a very cathartic experience. Many of you have experienced groups in your life, even though they're not maybe mental health groups. You've done a Bible study, you've been part of like a club or a group of people working together for something. There are so many mental health groups out there. There's groups out there for grief. There's groups out there for depression, anxiety, a lot of different psychoeducational groups. There are groups out there for addiction. So we have Alcoholics Anonymous, Drug Addicts Anonymous, so NA, narcotics is what they call it, but NASA for sexual addicts, all kinds of addictions. CODA, you have groups for people who are family members of people that struggle with addiction. There's a group out there for everybody nowadays. So Food Addicts Anonymous, there's a lot of different options out there. And so you will probably have some level of an experience or want to experience running a group. And so this class is going to kind of work through that, talk about things. It's going to base a lot of things off of Yalom, who is like the grandfather, the godfather of group therapy. So Yalom is a book you will read. Here is my information. I'm not a doctor, so you don't need to call me Dr. Howrigi, or Dr. Tony. You can call me Tony or Professor Howrigi. My last name's hard. This is my phone number. If you need to get a hold of me, you can reach me there. However, I don't answer my phone for numbers I don't recognize, so you need to leave me a voicemail. Or if you're to send me a text message, please communicate who you are. Only email me, please, through my CBU email. This is that. You can need to only email me through your CBU email. So please, if you don't know your CBU email, you should get familiar. I do not have an office on campus, so if we need to set up a time to chat, just give me a ring or an email and we'll figure that out. Okay? Like I mentioned, we're going to have a Yalom text. Corey and Corey, great. They're very helpful. I think they explain things well, and in a way that is very easy to understand. And then you have the group therapy treatment planner, always a great book to keep, especially if you need help figuring out group in the future. We will be having 5 discussion boards. They'll be worth 200 points each. Like I said, with the discussion boards, they're due on a Sunday night before midnight. I do not accept late work, not because I'm a jerk, But because I myself too am a very busy person, I have 5 kids, I work, I teach, and I run a practice, a lot going on, and I don't have time for people to plan to turn in things late. Now, with that being said, I'm also not a jerk, like I mentioned. And if you have a life circumstance happen, we all went through COVID and we knew how complicated that was and people needing extensions on things. I will work with you. I just would appreciate a heads up and some information so we can then navigate when things are going to be turned in and whatnot. Like, but I just don't like people figuring out how many points they're going to miss and turn something in late. I don't like that mentality. So that's why I say do not accept late work, but I will be willing to work with people if needed. You know, a death happens, terrible illness happens, your computer burns up in front of you. I don't know. I will work with you. So just communicate with me, please. Okay, group therapy demonstration video. Okay, this is the assignment that gets people a little perturbed, and it is because it is it's a timely, it takes some time, right? So okay, this is what's going to happen. You are going to demonstrate, you're going to do a group. Now, I am not assigning you a group. Now, the reason I'm not assigning you a group, meaning I'm not going to force you to be with people in your class, is one, that means you'll have to do 45-minute video for each person in your group. That's a lot of time. I don't know how many of you have that much time. And so I'm not going to make you do that. However, if you so choose to do that and you pair up with people in the class, by all means, do so. Not a problem. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just not going to make you do that if you don't want to do that. So you're going to have to find 4 to 5 people to be in your group, okay? Because this is a group. This isn't a couple session. This isn't an individual session. This is a group session. So you need to find 4 to 5 individuals. You can meet virtually because groups meet virtually nowadays, or you can meet in person. You just have to make sure I can hear everybody. That's my biggest thing, is I have to be able to hear everybody. And you are going to run a group, okay? So like I said, I'm not assigning your group to you. I am not, okay? But you are going to find people to be in your group. Now, they can be classmates, or you can choose to find outside people. Not a problem. But please know, this is meant to be a 45-minute group session. Okay, it says here, your group will consist of yourself and 5 other student volunteers or volunteers who are serving as actors in your group. The group will be required to demonstrate the skills established by YALM for the student group, including, containment of anxiety, establishment of therapeutic atmosphere, establishing goals, moderating the pace, and ensuring the members engage in no forced or damaging self-disclosure, and ending well. Before the group begins, student volunteers are advised to select an entirely fictional area of focus. So it could be a depression group, an anxiety group, maybe work-related, work stress. You could have it be like a mindfulness group, whatever. So that way it's not about anything real or personal. It's just a group that's, it's fictitious. We're role playing here. If we had a class that we met all together, we would do this in class, but we don't. So this is our way of having you guys practice with people and then sharing it with me, and then for me to be able to grade it or whatever. I don't expect it to be perfect. It's just our way of kind of assessing, seeing if you get the concepts, all those kinds of things. But again, where people freak out is I don't know 4 people. I'm like, I hope you know 4 people. I hope you know 4 people who would be willing to volunteer. It's nothing in real life. It's just a role play. So start working on this now, because it will sneak up on you and then you're going to be stressed because you don't have the people. Now, if you decide to do this with classmates and you're all going to do each other's groups, please don't be the one that you're like, oh, everyone recorded my group. My project's done. So now I don't have to do it for everybody else, because that's messed up and not fair. And if you're going to be that kind of group member, you should find your own people. Okay. I'm just being clear because this has come up so many times and it's very frustrating, and the assignment's not changing. So we're still doing the assignment. So please, if there's 5 of you who are deciding we are all going to record each other's groups, please do that for everybody and don't bail. Okay? Just being clear, because we run into those kinds of issues. I'm saying this stuff because I've taught this class for many years, and these are the things that come up. Okay. So then you're going to write a reaction paper based on your video, what you learned. Okay. And then we have a midterm final, and then of course our capstone project. Um, we do the course evaluation at the end, and if you want to do that, you can, and I'll give you 10 extra grading or 10 extra credit points. It looks like the group demonstration video is due week 4. So please, if you know what you got going on this summer, you know you have plans, you're going on vacation, I don't know, you got stuff going on. Be prepared. Week 4, it comes up real quick. We're in week 1 already. So you have 3 more weeks to figure this out. Start talking to each other if you want to collaborate with people in the course. Maybe some of you are friends, buddies, whatever. I don't know. But start prepping because, like I said, 45 minutes is a long time. And to have to do that for 4 separate people or 5 separate people, that's like 5 hours of your life. So just be mindful of that. Also, if you are going to use actors from your personal life, start recruiting them because again, it sneaks up on you. Like I said, you could do it like in a living room in someone's home, or you could do it virtually if everyone's in different places. Either way works for me. I'm flexible that way, but I need a video. So I hope that's helpful. I hope you learn a lot in this course. We remember we are all colleagues eventually, and so we want to make sure we are appropriate with how we communicate with each other, especially in Blackboard and even in emails to me. Please, like, I'm a person. I, sometimes we're way more bold in an email than we would be if we were face to face. And you never know how you might need someone in the future. You never know how you might need a future classmate or a professor, because our psychology world is very small. So just be mindful of that and treat each other with respect and dignity. I think that's very important no matter what we do. And I think that's it. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Like I said, my email's in there, my phone number's in there. Please get started on that video. I can't stress it enough. And I'm only saying these things because I have the experience and I know the stress that comes with it and the frustration. So have a great week, and I look forward to working with you all.